Hello everybody, it's Crystal Rose Insights here to do a special full moon in Sagittarius reading. Today is the actual full moon, May 29th, 2018. And these energies are going to be going on for the next couple of weeks. So it's a very, very, very interesting time in the cosmos and in this journey. And I felt really called to do this. This is a reading, a type of reading I haven't done before. So let me know in the comments if you like it and how this resonates for you. Couple quick announcements. Welcome to everybody that's here for the first time and all my regular clients and those of you that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. And the May special is still going on. There's still a couple more days. So if you sign up for and send payment in for a 60-minute reading or a live guidance session or an energy session, you're going to be entered in to win a brand new version of this deck, the Angel Tarot that I use all the time, that you guys see me using constantly. And that is, so if you get pulled, you're going to get a brand new version of that deck. And you must live in the United States if you win to get that deck. But if you live outside the US and you happen to be the winner, I will make other arrangements for getting you something, likely a free reading of some sort. So we've had a lot of fun with that. I'm excited to see who gets it. And let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do is take a look at the energies for Divine Masculine right now with this full moon. And what I'm going to ask you to do is, before I do that, I have selenite here today, and this just reminded me so much of the moon energy, connecting to intuition, things getting illuminated. There's a soft energy about selenite that is about illumination, which is what the full moon is about. Very much illuminating things that need to be revealed. So if you want to look up metaphysical properties for selenite, you'll get some additional messages, and that's actually what these candles are made of. So I have lots of selenite around my home. But with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through 3 different scenarios here. We're going to take a look at, just to give a context, this full moon is really all about romance and fertilization and relationships. It's a very beautiful time for love and for what love means to you in your life. And it is a combination of the energies of Gemini, because the sun is in Gemini and the moon is in Sagittarius. So when that happens, this is very much on the mental axis. So what's happening in the headspace. And the Gemini, for example, rules what we call the lower mind. And then the higher mind is Sagittarius. So we're getting a good mix of lower mind energies and higher mind. So it's important to balance all of these. So what we're going to look at with each of these scenarios is, for the Divine Masculine, is what is he balancing? What's the energy of his lower mind? What's the Gemini energy coming through for him? What's the Sagittarius energy coming through for him? And then we're going to look at what does the balanced manifestation of those energies look like. Then we're going to look at, because this full moon is also about expressing your feelings, not holding things in any longer. So it's just a beautiful energy to have with a lot of twins coming into union right now, or very soon, or just have come into union. So it's probably no accident this has happened. I know it's no accident. This is all happening now. But so then we're going to get into advice as well of how to express those feelings. Like, what does the Divine Masculine need to surrender in order to fully express the feelings that he's been feeling and what he's wanting to communicate and what's holding him back, and then some advice from Michael. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this quickly with all 3 of these cards, 3 decks. So I'll ask you to pick one, which one you're most drawn to. This is the Radiant Rider-Waite, this is the Wild Unknown Tarot, and this is the Mythic Tarot. And a lot of times, so you can pick which one you're most drawn to and then listen to the information for that particular one. Sometimes, though, the messages come through differently. Like the reading I did last week, the messages came through very clearly, almost as different stages of the twin flame journey. So we'll see how Spirit is going to do this now. And sometimes you'll find messages that resonate throughout. So we'll see what happens here. But first I'm going to start with this deck. So first we're gonna get 3 cards. So first is for the Divine Masculine in this group. Let's see what is the card for the lower mind right now. How's the Gemini energy expressing itself in the lower mind? And we got the Eight of Pentacles. How is it expressing in the Sagittarius, which is the higher mind? So it's basically like, what's he thinking about in the day-to-day, real-life, practical versus what's in his higher consciousness on the spiritual side of what you're here to learn and know. And then we're getting the Nine of Wands, this higher self. And then let's see what this energy is balanced. Oh, and we got the Queen of Cups. Interesting. So I'm going to go through these first three cards with each of these decks, and then I'm going to get into the advice for all of them as well. Okay, so right off the bat, this divine masculine, this group of divine masculines is consciously in this place of knowing that they're learning their craft. The Eight of Pentacles is about going back to school, knowing that you don't know everything about a topic. It's almost like he's immersing himself in this new energy of trying to figure out and like hone his craft. He's trying to get better and better at this new skill that he's learning, which oftentimes can indicate, he could be very diligent about things relating to work. He might have taken a new job, or just having taken a new job, or wants to take a new job. Maybe he's expanding his career. So he is learning new skills. It could also be that he's also learning how to show up differently in the world relating to the relationship in the physical plane with you. So it could be either one of those factors being Pentacles, but there is an energy of learning and getting better and better at this. So the higher mind is saying, don't give up. This is the Nine of Wands. This is the energy of having confidence. All this that you've worked for, hard for, divine masculine, don't give up. And the Nine of Wands, it is higher, the Sagittarius energy that it's bringing is really that energy of holding the space for this continued learning. And he's at the Eight here of Pentacles, so it's not like he has that much further to go. And that's why the Nine energy is probably, overseeing the whole thing. Because what's interesting is the blended energies coming through here are the Queen of Cups. So this energy, it's like it's coming into, the blending of these energies is coming to where it's going to allow him to open up his heart space. It's going to allow him to open up more on the emotional side. I'm getting the image of it's like once this earthly energy and work and finances is all taken care of and it's in the right place, it's going to allow the opening up for the Queen of Cups, for his divine feminine, for being able to open up to that. But this is sort of the final stages there, which I think is very, very interesting. Okay, let's see for this deck, for this group, what's coming through. And we're going to, like I said, we're going to get into the advice in a second. But let's see what's going on with the second group. So here we are getting the Nine of Pentacles coming through. Very, very nice. So that is for the lower mind. What's the Gemini energy representing right now? Is the Nine of Pentacles. This is about successful self-employment, enjoying the little things in life, having worked hard. Going from the 8 to the 9 is really just about enjoying those things. Enjoying and spending a little time alone. Sometimes it is an energy also of successful self-employment, but the 9 is a little bit of a solitude energy, but it is a little bit of like, I'm doing well, I've got stuff, and I'm taking a little time to myself. So what's the Sagittarius energy manifesting as right now from the higher mind? Oh, and we get the World. Nice. Okay. 1 second, let me pull the third and then we'll get into this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the blended energies, the balance of these two. Oh, it's the Daughter of Pentacles. Interesting. So what I'm getting from this here is that there is, so this one, it's almost like this one's a little further along than this one. Because being at the Nine of Pentacles, it's just one beyond this, where there's energy, where you've been successful. He's still learning, and here he's more mastered it and he's enjoying it. Okay, it's interesting, the progression, because here we are from don't give up, and then we get to the world. The world is here. There's an energy in the higher mind, the Sagittarius consciousness. The consciousness of the higher mind is saying the world is here. You can have everything that you want. The world is your oyster. Things are coming into balance. You've worked hard. You've gone through this journey. Things are coming into balance. And what's interesting is the blended energy here is the Daughter of Pentacles, which is like the Knight of Pentacles. And Oh my gosh, this is so silly. I have to look this up. I don't use this deck very often. It's so beautiful, and a dear friend gifted it to me. And I'm just making sure the daughter in this one, yes. So the daughter is the page. So the Page of Pentacles. So this is about kind of wanting to do something more challenging, okay? It feels like that's exactly what this is. It's so interesting because this is the energy of, you know, kind of having success, being at the pinnacle almost. You've kind of mastered it, and you're at this place, but the world is beckoning you, saying, you know what? You can do more, Divine Masculine. You can actually have more and do more and stretch yourself beyond your current comfort zone. Which is why this, so the blended energies of this is like, this world is enticing this 9 to go to another cycle and move to the next cycle of learning in the physical plane. Now this can be in career, but it's actually most likely even in love. So it's in this Daughter of Pentacles is inviting the Divine Masculine to step up his game to the next level. And guys, he's ready for it. Okay, so let's see this third group here. Where are they in their lower mind with the Gemini energy? How is that manifesting? And the Ace of Wands. Nice. New beginning. Passionate new beginning. News of a new endeavor starting. So there's something new. He could be ready to just move things forward. Take action in a brand new start. So where is he in his higher mind? And that's coming through as the Death card. So it's interesting, which is transformation, end of something, rebirth. I mean, these two go together beautifully. The Death card is the end of something and a rebirth starting. So we have a new birth, brand new start. This is the higher, the lower mind is again, the more practical, what's happening day to day. And this is the higher. So it's like the higher self knows there's been an end of a journey and a beginning of a new one, a brand new awakening happening here, and a new passionate start. All right, let's see what the blended energies are here of those two, and we get 7 of Cups. So this is really this passionate new beginning, this end of a cycle, completion, rebirth is the universe saying, what do you want out of life? Because you can have it. You have the pick of the litter here. You have all of these, but you have to prioritize what matters more to you. So this is the energy of these two blending together. So, you know, very, very interesting how these are coming through. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at, because this full moon is about expressing feelings, expressing things that have been hidden, things that started at the new moon 2 weeks ago, really. But what is it that's needing to be, something's needing to be expressed. And the next couple of weeks are going to uncover what that is for you, for these Divine Masculines, okay? So the next 2 weeks are going to be interesting because the energies of this full moon are still applicable. So let's see what this first row here needs to let go of in order to be able to express their feelings. What their feelings are. What is it that they need to surrender or let go of? These are the Power of Surrender cards, by the way. And surrender to miracles. So this is asking this Divine Masculine here to be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Because when he gets through this phase of really learning and not giving up, and he's able to open up his heart space, they're saying, surrender to miracles happening. This is what you need to let go of, is you need to understand and just experience. And let us show you, Divine Masculine, let us show you how we orchestrate things to come together for you. When you do your work, you don't give up, you open your heart. Let's see what so that's what they're saying for this first group here, is the surrender to miracles. The second group, it's saying surrender addictions. So it says, whether addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So it feels like I'm feeling, because we got the energy here of someone who's really successful. Maybe they're self-employed. Maybe they're really workaholics, which is why they're so successful. But when the universe is pushing him to open up to having more doesn't necessarily mean working harder or all that. It means, what more is there in the world? How can you be balanced? What's important for you to be balanced? And that's why this Daughter of Pentacles is coming in, about wanting to do something more challenging. But in order to do something more challenging, it's asking you to not overwork. And this can be addictions to past thinking, feelings of unworthiness, feelings that you're not, that have kind of held you back. And this is really about kind of kicking it into gear, Divine Masculine. Let's see for this third group. What do they need to let go of to express their feelings? Surrender to inner peace. Inner peace happening. Because when they're asking you to prioritize, this blended energy is prioritizing what matters. And this is about you knowing that inner peace really matters more than anything on the outside. So it's saying cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So when we're getting this expression of these Divine Masculines are wanting to express, you know, some of them may be letting go of their fears of being unworthy by expressing themselves. You know, they could actually be trying to communicate or express the fact that maybe they have addictions or moving through them. I mean, again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. There's lots of messages coming through, so some may apply and some may not. But, you know, there is this energy of... for this group here, like this inner peace is making sure that that is one of the priorities. It is to have that inner peace within you. And are you really, really, really peaceful, or are you missing something? Like, do you feel this angst? But it's about prioritizing that. What is going to make you feel peaceful? And it feels like this group maybe just has, obviously having had something ending and beginning, there's just this new passionate beginning. Some of these may have just ended a relationship or getting out of a karmic relationship, which is why they're wanting to move on with a new endeavor. This is the death, the end of one relationship, beginning of a new phase, which is maybe that's caused them to really open up to what do they really want in this world? Okay, are they breaking free? And it's interesting because I do feel like these are somewhat blending together. Yeah, they're sort of blending together, although there's different elements of the journey, so they're not the same. They are kind of different, but inevitably some of the journey really is the same. It's funny because they are. I'm having a hard time articulating what I mean by that, but that's okay. Let's let Michael say what his advice is for each group. So for this first group, self-respect. It says, Dear God and the angels, thank you for helping me see myself as you see me, through the eyes of love. Thank you for honoring and respecting me, and guide me to do the same for myself, and grant me the courage to speak up on my own behalf, and help all my relationships so that I'm surrounded by loving and kind people. So this is, Michael's protecting this process of expressing this blended energy of being able to come to it from an open heart energy, to be able to really open to the emotional side of what's been building here. And he's going to help that surrender, like this, the energy of respecting self is honoring oneself. So part of expressing yourself is honoring yourself. If you have things you want to express and you're hiding it, you're not honoring yourself because you're not living authentically. Okay, so this might be pushing you the envelope for some of you, but it is an important factor here. But it is about, you know, honoring thyself. I keep hearing that. Let's see for the second group what the advice is. It says prayer will help with this situation. Ask for divine help, welcoming help, and trusting guidance with gratitude and grace, and help this situation. So this really does feel like for some of you guys watching, this Divine Masculine is dealing with addictions, which is about, you know, really just letting go of addictions that are holding you back, from the world. You know, this is why it's like ready to start you on something new, learning something new is how to operate from this new energy. So I do feel like that's for some of you. Not all of you, but let's see what's going on with this third group. What's the advice from Michael? And we're getting, take your time making this decision. So he's taking a look at the Seven of Cups, and whether it's wanting a new beginning, having just started a new beginning, ended a this feels like for those of you that have been in karmic relationships that are just now ending, wrapping up, having recently ended, or just about to end. And he's saying, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach the situation. Remind me to detach and step back and allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. Because when I'm getting inner peace, 7 of Cups, Ace of Wands, like letting go, like let these all blend together for me in this particular one. So this does feel like this is for some of the divine masculines that are ending karmic situations. Okay. I feel like I want to do another card. I gotta get the romance angels involved because this is a romance reading, right? I'm gonna get two love cards, one from the romance angels and one from the whispers of love deck. Okay, first is what do the romance angels want to say about each of these, and then I'm gonna get a message from each of these divine masculines to their divine feminines, what they want to say and communicate. So first is this first group here. Very soon, yes, because it's 9 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups opening. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Surrender to miracles, like give it to God and go dancing. Go and trust, clearly decide what it is. Set that clear intention. Set that clear intention because this is the time to set it and to have, I mean, new moons are usually about when we set intentions. But what intentions did you set on the new moon 2 weeks ago? Have helped you get very clear, which is also helping to bring this in. So be open to the miracles coming. So for the second group here, we're getting religious factors. So this is spirituality is impacting this group here. And perhaps they're opening up to their way of living in a spiritual realm, because sometimes this could be the awakening process starting for this middle group here, where it's in the physical plane, things are kind of all together, but then spiritually they're sort of empty, or it's just an acknowledgement that this is the spiritual journey towards having this all again. Why prayer is going to help. There's definitely asking for guidance and help. So for those of you that are dealing with the physical addictions or the mental addictions or the behavioral addictions or the addictions to limiting beliefs, old ways of thinking, whatever this relates to, something that's not serving you and something that's keeping you stuck, is part of the spiritual journey for this particular group here. Okay, let's get one for the third group. And we're getting retreat. Yeah, this is about disconnecting from the world. This is a breakup. This is a breakup. This is an ending. This is needing to spend some time alone. This retreat card to me, even though it's got the bride and groom going off into the forest to retreat and to just disconnect from everything around them. To me, this card often represents and feels very much energetically like you needing to just disconnect from everything to go within. So if you're on the brink of making a decision about ending a karmic relationship, you know, whatever it is this is the time to take some time for you. And to just take some time alone. Retreat from, you know, take your time. Surrender to inner peace. Inner peace is important. So let's get a card for each of these, what they want to say, each of these divine masculines, what do they want to say to their divine feminines? So the first group here, saying honesty is essential. Yes, to be a loving person, it's important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So here's this card. This is the same energy that was opening up here for the Queen of Cups. It's this blended energy. The opportunity is to come and be vulnerable in your offer. Be vulnerable about your feelings. This woman has her back. She's vulnerable to him. He's still wearing a mask. He's offering his love, but he's masked still. And she's vulnerable to him, saying, you need to show me your vulnerability. Show me what this is. Is that he wants to show his vulnerability to you, and he's getting there. This is what he's building so much to be able to open this space, is to be honest with you. He wants to be honest with you, and he's coming to you with this rose, knowing that you're open and awaiting him, and he's here, and he's about to take off this mask. So very, very, very sweet message there coming from that divine masculine. So let's get one for the middle group here. And they're saying the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. So again, we're getting a lot of, this is just really about no matter what's happening on the outside, in the outside circumstances with you know, moving on to something new, more challenging, getting rid of the addictions or the old thought patterns. It's saying get back to, like, what really matters at the core of everything is love. And so if you're struggling with the divine masculine who is going through addictions, or codependent patterns, he's saying that the only thing really is love. So can we focus on the love energy? He wants you to know he's trying to focus on the love and wants you to focus on the love, not on the problem. If you're in that like the spiritual challenge of being with somebody who's dealing with potentially addictions here, is that remember, shift. The only thing that matters is love, and with that love energy, it can help shift the problem. Okay, because that's again the pull of the Gemini and the Sagittarius in the lower mind versus the higher mind. Is the lower mind is focused on the problem and the addiction and the real and what's happening, and the higher mind is saying focus back on the love, focus on the love, because that will help shift what's in the lower mind, what's in the lower vibrations. Not lower, more like in the physical plane, sorry, not lower vibrations. In any case, wow. And let's see what this third group wants to say to their divine feminine. And they're saying love endures. It says love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. So if you guys have been, I know obviously divine feminine's watching this, if you guys have been with somebody who's been with a karmic that's in the process of ending, about to be ending, or has recently ended, he's wanting you to know that no matter what has happened, love endures, and not to lose faith. And he thanks you for not losing faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. And his higher self knows this, and he wants you to know this. And so if this is happening, this still takes time, and it's going to take more time to unfold and to work itself out and settle into the new normal. So it feels like this is why he's wanting you to know that endure this time. This is time that's necessary. I've just been leaving something. I'm about to leave something, or I just left something. So give me time and space. And love does not give up faith or hope. Not hope. It says love is hopeful. Love does not give up or lose faith. So he's asking you, if he's retreating, he's going into his shell because he's processing the end of this very difficult situation. And even though you've maybe been waiting for this time for so long for him to finally get out of that situation so you guys could be together, he's just saying, like, please give me my space. Please don't give up. Please endure and have faith in this situation. No matter what's happening, just please stick with me. Wow. All right, well, those are the messages for this full moon. So these energies are going to be very prominent over the next couple of weeks especially. So with that, please let me know how these readings have resonated for you. I'd love to hear. And if you want a private reading with me or a guidance session live, Zoom call, or if you want me to do an energy session for you, please, the information is down below. I would love to support you. And until next time, in abundant love always. Bye.